and welcome back everybody into another sort of backtesting session. This time we are watching EURUSD, and since on gold we did the 21st of September, now we're going into the 22nd of September. EURUSD, very nice pair to scalp from the 20-tick chart, and we're going to have a look at it during the London session and New York session of this day, and going candle by candle as always. So let's start with the London session, which is pre-London session. European is starting over here. So if we were to have a look at what are our PSA, these are mainly the first ones. As you can see, right before the session open, we had a nice spike down. We broke below these last lows on the left hand side. So now, I mean, since due to the timing, we are seeing that there was some nice spike down of like 4 pips exactly at 5 minutes before the session open, and now after like 7-8 minutes after that, we are seeing a pullback to these previous highs. So we can take our first trade. We can see our first setup over here. That's simply because, I mean, technically this is it. The price is turning, there's volume time, and that's where we are going to go. Okay, so as I was saying, we have this level. Remember that on EURUSD we have like a 2.5 pips stop loss, which is absolutely, yeah, a little bit above there. 2.5 pips, because usually I can go up to 10 pips of profits, but yeah, it's going to be variable depending on the volume time. So now we are seeing that already the price is moving in our favor after this movement, after this sort of double top at these lows. We are seeing the price moving into already a like 3-4 pip range. Like I said on gold, in this case, we can see that the price is immediately going in our direction. So that's when we can comfortably place the stop loss closer to our entry, because we don't really want or need to have a bigger stop loss, because there's no really point in scalping to have that. So let me just place it red. Okay, so we move the stop loss. So now the stop loss is basically 0.8 pips from the 2.5 that was initial. So now the risk to reward ratio is absolutely good. So if we have this entry over here, now even a 5 pip stop loss would be okay, TP, sorry. But if we see volume coming into the chart, we can take some impulsive move and buy our cover our position into a spike down. Let's see, especially if we break below these pivot lows, that's when we have the confirmation of that. Otherwise, I mean, we are going to have a small loss. I'm not really sure if now after this price, especially after seeing this rejection, I want to place the stop loss at break even. I mean, which basically means above these pivot highs, and that's because of the price action and to the fact that, I mean, I'm in profit, but I'm not even reached 5 pips. So let's see if we want to go into my TP, that's okay. If he wants to break below these lows, but I don't see the point in risking any profits, getting any loss right now. So if it doesn't break below, okay. So as you can see, we would have got into a loss, and that's why we only got a break-even trade, which is absolutely great. So this is our first break-even trade. Let me just chart it up in in orange. And let's see now what is the following price action. As you can see that we are saving up on a stop loss, because it will most likely it will always eat it anyway. So that's why even in this case it was good to short it and adapt to the price action, because yeah, there was really no point in taking a loss if the price was not breaking below these lows. So yeah, I'm absolutely fine with that. Now let's see with the volume of New York of London open. So now we add this one and we can remove that. This one we can keep it for later. So now what we are seeing is that actually after taking the first one, this is also hindsight, but I mean is here I'm here to sort of try to develop some experience from the chart and not really mechanically backtest a system. We can see that we have a nice break and retest of these highs. So in this case, when we get our stop loss hit at break even, and that's also why emotionally it does not affect me, because I didn't get a loss, so I'm not like recovering from a loss. And what we can say is that we have a break and retest of this level now exactly on the dot. Now we have two choices. One is being safe and wait for the break and retest of these highs. The other one is this sort of highest risk and reward. And oopsie, I don't know why here Ctrl Z doesn't work. We can take a buy over there. We get stopped out and we see that we have a break and retest, and maybe we see that we are rejecting multiple times these highs over here. So that's where we could take a further trade. Same thing, 2.5 pips stop loss over here from this level. Yeah, it's even a bit further. And same thing, when we see the momentum coming back into the chart over here, especially breaking above these highs, this could have been our second entry, the entry that I was talking about. That's when we could actually bring the stop closer. Okay, sorry. We can bring the stop closer to the level, to our entry. So now we're only risking 0.5, 0.6 pips, and the momentum is in our direction. So now here we have a break and retest of this level, and then we have a jump. So you can see how perfectly this entry could have been. This is also our second entry. Let's see now how many pips are we up. We are up 7 pips. I will take something off from this first trade. That's because I mean we risked like a 0.7 pips, and we are getting 7 pip of profit. So now let me remove this because it will be for the second trade. But I will say that we take the profits off from the first position over here. And yeah, this is the first one. Then we have the second one. Since I don't want to spoil myself, I don't want to spoil it. That's where was it? Was it here? That's where I will take the second entry, or if I miss this one. So anyway, is either one of the two. So this one will still be in action. We would have the first stop loss that we took. I mean, our position is quite safe because I mean there's not a lot of volume yet. 2.6, yeah, something like that. And we are already moving it basically to break even below my entry point, because as you can see that my entry was exactly the pivot point, and now this position is up like 4 pips. So I mean we're not taking off anything, but at least we are at break even, or basically that. We are seeing some cluster of volume. The price is not really continuing up. We are also approaching London Open. So this trade is basically at break even because yeah, we reached 5 pips. This one is a win. Now we are seeing a very strong bearish candle coming into the chart. So that's also breaking below these lows. So if we are in this position, it's quite risky, and we could potentially put it simply at break even because we don't want to risk it for nothing. We don't want to get stopped out after being up like 5 pips. So that's the case. Now we are also possibly breaking above. We have now these highs. So now I just need to take the first picture because I didn't take it, right? Yeah. So we had this one, we had, let's say, this one, and we moved it up because this one was 3, so it was around there. Okay, so this one was the first trade. So I wanted to highlight it and grab it. Then we have the second one, which the entry was over here with this retest on the dot, as I said. First was let's say the entry was there, right above over here, and now we go, we are basically at break even. We can shorten this one in order to have this one more clear. There's no TP yet. Now, as I said, for this second trade idea, what I want to see the price to break above these highs, and that's where I want to see some strength coming back into the chart in order to, I mean, we are up like 5 pips, 5 pips on the dot. We risked it. We could possibly, if we were to really be safe, we could also possibly bring our stop loss over there, because that's the last pivot point. Why risk why risk a break even if we could at least pay the commission for 1 pip? Okay, I say that the price is really trying and failing to break above. So every time I could either choose to take out 4-5 pips, which, remember, we never risked 2.5 pips. So taking 5 pips when we only risked like 1 is still good. So now I'm facing a choice. Do I want to take out something or the full position at these highs? I want to believe that I want to become a trader that does it. I don't want to see this evaporate. And also, it's very important, I want to be able to diffuse from the thought, okay, now if the price is breaking above and goes like 7-8 pips, I'm missing out on profits. That's the debate I'm in right now. What do I want to do? I mean, now it's basically a coin flip, and honestly, taking out at 5 pips makes sense, but why? If I can simply either be at a break even or slightly above, I might lose some money now, leave some profits on the table. Over here, leave these 3 pips on the table, which is like not much. But with the upper, exactly, as I said, with the upward reward of a lot. So as you can see, this one would have been taken out. If we leave the trade at break even, safe, risk free, that's where we can get the maximum reward, and there you go. So you have the breakout, and when you see the breakout, is actually, that's the best thing, because now you know that there will be some volume. And so this one was also London Open. Now you can let it go to 10 for the full 10 pips, because you know that there will be enough volume to come in the chart to come and rescue and bring your position to TP. So there you go. So this is your full 10 pip profits, even for the second position. And I think, we had some news or something because the price dropped immediately. So this will be the second idea. And actually, I want to, I don't want to just do it like that. I want to really, really think about it, because this was a very nice and thoughtful trade. And I want to really go through, not candle by candle, but I want to go through my thought process, because I think that's the most important part. So just give me a second. So okay, let's analyze this trade as we saw it in real time. So this trade is not really, we can combine, I think, technicals, but mostly the psychological part. So as I said, we were coming from these lows. So the price broke above these order block highs. Let me just grab this so that this one will remain. And so the price broke above these highs, and we saw the breaker retest of this one. So we saw, and we took, maybe we will miss this trade because we got out at break even from the first one. We were running these lows with this trade on the sell side. We see a breakout and a retest of this level. Then let's see, nothing that we didn't take this trade because they were just considering the next one. what we see that the first attempt at breaking out is actually failing, is so far failed, and then we made a new higher high, and then a quick, I love this candle. These bullish candles for me is telling me everything that I need to know. Was bearish to these lows and then flipped into a bullish one. This is a great sign that the price, the sellers attempted to break below but failed to do so. So after failing, what they did is continue up. Then there was a little bit of a pullback, and in this pullback, that's where we would have entered. This candle close is absolutely amazing. We never adapt. We could have adapted our PSA to this one, especially after this new high was printed, and that would have made us take this entry. I don't know if this entry at the candle close, so the entry would have been probably at the candle open. So we would have had this entry over here, and which will be at this candle. But just for the sake of the being graphically better, let's say that we enter at this candle close. Doesn't really make sense. So let's see and look at this over here. So we enter after the candle close. We see that the small gap, so the entry was there. We have a stop loss of 2.5 pips, which is above there, which is exactly at this arrow. And then when we see that the price is immediately moving up, especially when we see this impulsive move, so we are up like 3.7, 3.8 pips, that's where we move the stop loss below these lows. Why? Because that's the last pivot, that's the last higher low in this bullish trend. So now our stop loss is exactly at 0.8 pips, and that's something that we can risk it without any issue. So now what we see, so let's just, you know what? Okay guys, so welcome back into this trade recap. We are going to watch a trade on the live feed. So I mean, this is a market replay directly from the broker. So it should be very accurate with the tick, with the spread, and we're going to be able to see the actual stop loss placement and TP placement and everything like that. We can see that the spread is very thin. It's basically 0.2 pips right now, and we are now breaking above. So let's just do a quick recap, because what we saw before that, we already saw it, but on the macro side. So we are looking now at the price action that is moving bullish. We got out of our loss at break-even, our sell, sorry, at break-even, and we saw that the price started making new higher highs and higher lows. This PSA over here was our area of interest, and that's where we saw that the price failed to break below and make a continuation sell. So that's when we are starting to think about bullish. So then we see that the price is making new highs, and that's where we start to think, okay, is what we want a breakout of this candle, of this area. So we see that there's a first 20 tick candle that is approaching the top. What we want to see is a break above. Now this candle, as you can see, is opening very bearish. So you might already think that, okay, this is a resistance, is going to hold, but let's have a look at how it closes. This is crucial because that's what I'm talking about. And you can see it already from the candle close. You can see how this candle developed. And that's the most fascinating part, because look where it closed. Of course, I don't have here the exact tick, but you can see that in the last, now the candle is closed, in the last seconds, or I don't know, in the last part of this candle, in the last few ticks, the candle flipped completely 2 pips. I mean, it's not much, but what we're talking about is how the candle is forming and what does it mean. We are already in a bullish bias. We already made a new higher low over here. So now we are breaking above. So now if we can get a confirmation that the price will stay above, I mean, we could even possibly have a high risk, high reward entry immediately over there when the candle was red. But now, okay, let's see. We wait for the candle, for some price action to develop. Now still the bullish, there's still a strong bullish, what's the word? there's strong bullish momentum. Now I want to see some bearish candle closing over there. Now I'm starting to think a little bit of, oh gosh, I lost my opportunity. But okay, let's see. If there wasn't any bearish candle closing at my PSA, I didn't miss anything. Okay, this is the first one. So now I want to move a little bit slower because exactly, this is exactly the moment. This is the moment, as I told you, the candle is closing bearish and it's opening at my level. So I might see, okay, the candle is over here, okay, I don't like it, but now we might take it. And even at the candle close of before, we might take this entry now because that's our retest. It's not like this candle closed back into the range. So now we place our buy. You can see that the stop loss is over here and the TP is very far away because there's not much volume. The price is not, each candle is not huge. But at least as soon as we enter, we are seeing that the bullish momentum is going. So that's absolutely good. And now what we want to see, that, okay, coming back, but closing bullish. Okay, we want to see the price to break above these highs. We want to see those. Okay, awesome. Now the price is about, is down there, is 3.7 pips. Let's see, I think you can see that, yes. It's 3.7 pips in profit. So now what we might do is we can move the stop loss right below, right below these lows. It's a 1 pip now. Now we're risking 1 pip of stop loss and it's right below the candle, the pivot, the new higher low. Our TP is still at 10 pips. But what I wanted to talk about you is that it's about the, what's the word? Emotional state, the emotional part. So now as you can see that we are hovering around 3 pips, 4 pips of profit. And as I said, now I want this area to be safe, to hold, and I want these eyes not to be broken. I want that eyes to be broken. So now I don't like this candle. We are coming back at break even and I really don't like that. So okay, let's do that. Let's just do its job. This PSA now is not relevant anymore. So now what I was thinking about doing in the before doing the macro backtesting was that, okay, now in what mental state am I? Do I want, after this price action that is not going immediately in my direction, immediately went, but then it stopped. Do I want to risk 9-8 minutes before London open? Do I want to risk something? Because now, if the price goes back here at 4.2 pips, do I want to take something off due to the fact that I'm only risking 4 pips? So that was the debate. If the price reaches, gives me at least the retest of those highs, like for example over here, or let's see if it gives it again. Yeah, it is giving me those 3-4 pips of profit. Do I want to take them out? I'm not really sure. That's what I was talking about, but the price is looking that is struggling and London open is approaching. So there's one, as you can see, 4 pips of profit right now. There's one thing that you can say, okay, let me put that at break even and let's just forget. I don't want to risk my profits. So as you can see that London is open, there's a lot of more volume. And as you can see over here, we would have been probably tapped for a split second by the pullback, but the price after that is simply going bullish. So I'm happy to have my first trade idea safe. And now what do I want to do? Now I know that if during volume London time the price breaks above, then it will go into my TP. Especially I'm validating this order block, this resistance, it's huge. If it gets broken, there's a high chance that the price will have a momentum, impulsive momentum up. The same thing that if the price breaks below these lows, because now we are moving in an order block, in a consolidation. So still my trade idea is valid, and unless I see the price breaking below, I'm not taking anything off my trade. What I want to see is exactly this. I want to see a breakout. This first candle for me is already amazing. Now we might see now, okay, price is breaking above. Now I might place it at break even, because now there's really no need for me to risk anything on this trade. And being now I know that there will be momentum and the price will skyrocket, as you can see, and then I can either take it off anywhere or let it go to my TP. As you can see, it reaches the TP, and that's basically the anatomy of this trade. That's it, as simple as that, as beautiful as that. We are facing these choices every time, every single day, as trader, especially as scalper. If you are not, what's the word? If you are not, let's like this. If you are not a mechanical trade, automatic trade with some algorithm, that's our choice that we have to make. We have to be focused. This was a trade that lasted from 8:40 till 9. It's like 29 minutes of a trade, and it gave me a lot of thoughts. Do I place it at break even? Do I want to risk it? Do I want not to risk it? So that's very important to see. And yeah, that's, for me, that's a very good educational trade for myself. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this trade. So now I think we are going to go back to the London session. I don't know how it will be, how long will be this video, but anyway, I don't even know if there was any news. And somebody was talking, because there's like a 30 pip spike up, spike down. So let's just not focus on this because I don't know what was going on. So we go into the New York session. The New York session is opening exactly over here. So as we see, at the New York session open, we make these highs, double top, and we have these lows. We have a high risk high reward buy already over here, because we are breaking and retesting with the New York open. We are retesting these old highs and the last highs at the same time, as you can see. And we have a high risk high reward buys. But if we of course want to be safe, we are taking these buys above there. So now this will be the trade idea. Price is breaking above and retesting these highs on the left hand side. We have a stop loss, and I could have done it in another way, but it's okay. And we have a stop loss of 2.5 pips. Okay, something like that. And okay, now the 2.2. Okay, something like that. We are already moving up, so that's already good for us. And when when the price is already going like 5 pips, as always, we are placing our stop loss a little bit below, anywhere between break even and a very small stop loss. Okay, this is a trend line, is not the arrow, so the arrow is here. Very good. So now what I want to see, of course, these areas being retested and hold, and these highs eventually to be broken. I don't know why I thought we were on gold. Look at this. This is a perfect. This is a re-entry or second attempt, second chance to enter. If we break above, as you can see, that's a very nice move up. We are already up 9. We are up 10 pips. So that's a full TP, getting it in a matter of 15 minutes. So that's absolutely great. I would love you to be on top, but let's see. Okay. Yeah, anyway, this will be a stop loss being moved, and that will be our TP. which will be around there, I would say. Yes, so that will be our trade. And again, further opportunity over there, in this case, will probably be a small loss. So let me just take this picture, and then we move up everything. So we have this one is not anymore a TP, and we add the stop loss over there. Then when it goes to 5 pips, we move it very close to the entry. Okay. In this case, that will be a loss, but as you can see, a very, very minor loss. This is, of course, a 3 pip. Okay. Yeah, because it goes to 5 pips, but then it comes back down immediately. So in this case, that will be a very, very small loss, but nonetheless a loss. And I will make you a disservice not pointing it out, and I will make it myself a disservice not pointing it out. So let's see. We are now having these lows. These lows, I want them to be broken. So let's see. We got stopped out over here. We have this possible trade for a possible another loss. I mean, if I say that I would take the buy, in that case I will take also this sell. And just to be honest, that's going to be a small loss because the price again moved in my direction. So let's say that from there it went there. We are just unlucky that it only reached 5 pips. That's okay. So this one would be another very small loss. Then we would have, of course, maybe we can take a little bit of a breather. We would have these areas for buys and sell. As you can see over here, now the price made a triple top, and we just broke below these lows. For me, this already could be an entry. Stop loss would be exactly there. And let's see now the price action, the continuation. I want to delete this one. Okay. Stop loss, the sell. This one is just a drawdown of like 1 pip. When the price is moving down at least like 5 pips, that's when I will place the stop loss. Yeah, 4 pips. I will move the stop loss above these eyes. Okay, a little bit above these eyes. So it's still a 1 pip stop loss, but we are basically good to go. Now let's see. For long term, we want this to break below these lows. And let's see now. We first attempt, we fail. Also, the volume is not really that clear. The candles are not that nice as they were before. And let's see. Now we have a pullback. As long as we resist and stay above below these lows, I'm fine. As you can see. Now I want to see that the price is actually breaking below these lows. And if we break below, and we are, we went already 6 pips, there's a high chance that we go to 7, 8, 10 pips. In this case, I might take it off early. But another thing is that after I see this price action, what I might do is actually place the stop loss in profit. And due to the fact that, I mean, that's another pivot, that's just following market structure. And it's a 0.5 pips. It's just to pay off the commissions. And let's see if we actually break below, because now we have this bullish candle and we don't know what is going to happen. So far it's breaking below. Okay, now there's a nice impulsive move on the downside. A little bit of too many bullish candles for my liking, but they're immediately, immediately engulfed. We are up 8 pips. There's a little bit of a, There's a little bit of movement over there. That's not the word, but you understood. So we might either approach the stop loss over there, or actually take immediately the 8 pips and get out. But there's volume time. It's already New York open, so New York Stock Exchange already made its new highs. So that's where we could, just take our 8 pips at 10 pips. As you can see, this is a 9.9 pips, basically 10, and it goes into 10. So as you can see, this will be our TP, and with patience, just having the trade risk-free, we got our next win. There you go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So we saw this, and that was it. So yeah, that's basically it for today. Very good. After that, I think there was some news, and there was spike up. Very nice retest of these highs. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll go to 10 pips in no time. Yeah, and the price will move up. So then that's basically it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, especially the in-depth of the scalp, and I see you next time.